Remember that time you tried to write a poem for your crush? You know, the one that ended up sounding like a drunken haiku written by a cat? Yeah, we've all been there. But what if I told you there's a new sheriff in town, a digital wordsmith that can spin prose like Shakespeare on a caffeine bender? Welcome to the wild world of generative AI, where robots are ditching the factory floors and picking up pens, or well, keyboards. Generative AI is basically the digital equivalent of that friend who can whip up a gourmet meal from a pantry full of ramen noodles and ketchup packets. But before we move on to the content, leave your like, comment your opinion, and subscribe to the channel, and let's go. In this wild ride of an essay, we're diving headfirst into the swirling vortex of generative AI and its impact on the future of content creation. We're talking ChatGPT, Bard, Meta's new WhatsApp AI shenanigans, the whole enchilada. We'll explore the good, the bad, and the downright bizarre, all while keeping things light, engaging, and dare I say entertaining. Let's kick things off with the OG of the AI content game, ChatGPT. Developed by the fine folks at OpenAI, ChatGPT is like that friend who can talk their way out of any situation, except instead of awkward silences, it generates coherent sentences. So what can this digital wordsmith do? Well, for starters, it can churn out articles faster than you can say plagiarism. Think of it as a supercharged writing assistant that can help you brainstorm ideas, generate different drafts, and even translate your gibberish into something resembling English. Is it perfect? Hell no. Does it occasionally spit out nonsensical ramblings that would make a Dadaist poet proud? Absolutely. Now let's meet the contender, the challenger, the one with access to the entirety of Google's knowledge base, Bard. Developed by the folks who probably know more about you than your own mother, Bard is like ChatGPT's smarter, more sophisticated older sibling. It's plugged into Google's real-time data stream, constantly learning, evolving, and updating its knowledge base. It can translate languages, write different kinds of creative content, and even generate code in multiple programming languages. Okay, so we've met our contenders. Now it's time for the main event, the showdown, the battle of the bots, Bard versus ChatGPT and the content creation Thunderdome. If you need a tool to help you brainstorm ideas, generate creative content quickly, and don't mind a little bit of randomness, then ChatGPT might be your guy. But if you're looking for something that can provide accurate, up-to-date information, generate different creative text formats, and even translate languages, then Bard might be the better choice. It's like having a research assistant, a translator, and a creative writing coach, all rolled into one. Remember when WhatsApp was just that app you used to dodge expensive texting fees while traveling abroad? Well, hold on to your smartphones, folks, because WhatsApp is getting a serious upgrade, courtesy of Mark Zuckerberg and his army of AI engineers. Meta is injecting its flagship messaging app with AI-powered features designed to make your WhatsApp experience smoother, smarter, and maybe even a little bit more entertaining. Imagine this. You're a small business owner drowning in customer inquiries, and suddenly your WhatsApp starts spitting out automated responses, handling customer questions faster than you can say customer satisfaction. Now, you didn't think Meta would be allowed to corner the market on AI-powered messaging without a fight, did you? Enter Microsoft, the tech giant that once brought us the glorious paperclip of passive-aggressive helpfulness, Clippy. This time they're coming for your messaging apps with a suite of AI-powered tools designed to make Teams, Outlook, and even your good old-fashioned SMS messages smarter and more efficient. Think automated scheduling, intelligent replies, and maybe even a virtual assistant that can finally figure out how to sync your work calendar with your personal calendar without creating a black hole that sucks up all your free time. So we've got Meta, the social media behemoth with a penchant for data harvesting and a desire to connect everyone on the planet. And we've got Microsoft, the software giant with a history of both innovation and questionable design choices. Ultimately, the winner might not be the one with the most users or the smartest AI, but the one that can best navigate the ethical and regulatory minefield that comes with putting powerful AI tools in the hands of billions of people. Okay, let's be honest, who hasn't fantasized about having their own personal art studio? But fear not, aspiring artists, because Midjourney is here to unleash your inner digital artist. Imagine a world where you can type in any phrase, no matter how bizarre, and have an AI transform it into a stunning piece of digital art. Want to see a portrait of your cat riding a unicorn through a field of rainbows? Midjourney can make it happen. Now, let's talk about DALL-E, the other heavy hitter in the AI art game. Developed by the brilliant minds at OpenAI, DALL-E is like Midjourney's more sophisticated, detail-oriented cousin. It can whip up photorealistic images of objects, animals, and even people that look like they were plucked straight from reality. Need a picture of a fluffy dog wearing a tiny hat and sunglasses? DALL-E can do it. Remember those epic movie scenes with mind-blowing special effects? Well, buckle up, because Runway ML is about to democratize the world of video creation and bring a touch of Hollywood magic to your very own laptop screen. Runway ML is a digital playground for video editors, animators, and anyone who's ever dreamed of creating stunning visuals without the need for a Hollywood-sized budget. Need a quick explainer video for your latest product launch? Runway ML can help. Now, before you go selling your camera equipment, let's be real for a second. As with any AI-powered tool, Runway ML isn't without its quirks. Sure, it can generate some pretty impressive results, but it can also produce some truly bizarre and hilarious glitches. These glitches highlight the fact that AI, at least in its current state, is still very much a work in progress. It's a tool that can augment human creativity, not replace it entirely. Copyright, that age-old tale of artists battling to protect their creations from the clutches of greedy corporations and opportunistic plagiarists. But what happens when the plagiarist isn't a sleep-deprived college student or a shady marketing firm, but a piece of software? Generative AI, with its uncanny ability to mimic human creativity, has thrown the legal world into a tizzy. Artists are concerned about their work being used to train AI models without consent, potentially devaluing their skills. Meanwhile, tech companies argue that AI-generated content falls under fair use, or even constitutes new authorship. Originality? What's originality? Generative AI just churned out something similar in 3.2 seconds. One of the biggest challenges posed by generative AI is the question of originality. When a machine can analyze vast data sets and generate something new, what does originality mean anymore? Are we heading towards a future where human creativity is drowned out by AI-generated content? Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The issue that keeps ethicists up at night, besides, the impending robot apocalypse, the ethical implications of generative AI. Because as much as we love to marvel at the latest AI-generated cat video or marvel at the sheer weirdness of a DALL-E creation, we can't ignore the fact that this technology has the potential to be misused, abused, and generally wreak havoc on society as we know it. Imagine a world where deepfakes are so convincing that you can't tell the difference between real news footage and fabricated propaganda. Or where AI-generated social media profiles are used to manipulate public opinion, sow discord, and generally make the internet an even more terrible place than it already is, if that's even possible. And then there's the issue of bias. Because AI models are trained on datasets created by humans, they're inevitably going to inherit our biases, both conscious and unconscious. This means that AI-generated content has the potential to perpetuate and even amplify existing societal biases, from reinforcing gender stereotypes in marketing materials to discriminating against certain groups in hiring decisions based on biased datasets. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the potential downsides of generative AI, the copyright conundrums, the existential crises, the impending robot apocalypse. Just kidding, maybe. But let's not forget that at the heart of this technology, amidst all the hype and hysteria, are real people using these tools in creative, innovative, and often inspiring ways. Take, for instance, the artists who are using AI to push the boundaries of their craft. We're not talking about robots replacing painters and sculptors, though that would make for a pretty interesting reality show. We're talking about human artists collaborating with AI, using these tools as digital muses, as partners in a creative dance that blurs the lines between human and machine. There are visual artists creating stunning otherworldly landscapes with the help of Midjourney. Their canvases are awash in colors and shapes that seem to defy the laws of physics. There are musicians using AI to generate melodies and harmonies they never would have imagined on their own. Their compositions a fusion of human emotion and digital precision. And there are writers collaborating with AI to craft stories that are both familiar and strange, their narratives weaving together human experiences and artificial imaginations. And then there's the art that AI creates on its own, without any human intervention. Cue the ominous music. But before you start boarding up your windows and hiding your pets, consider this. What if AI, in its own strange and wonderful way, is helping us to expand our definition of art itself? We're talking about AI-generated art that challenges our preconceived notions of what art should look like, sound like, and feel like. Art that's weird, wacky, and sometimes downright unsettling, but also strangely beautiful, thought-provoking, and even humorous. Imagine walking into a gallery and seeing a wall of portraits generated by Dali, each face a unique and slightly unnerving combination of human features. Or listening to a symphony composed by an AI, its melodies both haunting and strangely familiar. These are the kinds of experiences that generative AI is making possible, experiences that push us outside our comfort zones and force us to confront our assumptions about art, creativity, and even what it means to be human. So here we are, at the end of our whirlwind tour, through the wild and wacky world of generative AI. We've seen AI write poetry, compose symphonies, paint masterpieces, and become personal assistants in our pockets. We've pondered the big questions, the ethical dilemmas, and the potential pitfalls of handing over the creative reins to algorithms. The future of content is still being written, and we're all holding the pens. Generative AI is a powerful tool, but it's just that, a tool. It's up to us to decide how we use it and what kind of future we want to build. The future of content creation isn't just about the technology, it's about the choices we make, the stories we tell, and the laughter we share along the way. So go forth, dear reader, and experiment with these AI tools. See what weird and wonderful creations you can come up with. Share your AI-generated masterpieces and mishaps with the world, and most importantly, never stop questioning, challenging, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Because even AI needs a good laugh and maybe a stern talking to about copyright infringement every now and then. What's your AI story? Ever had an AI mishap? Share it in the comments. You might just see it in our next video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Business Legends, where we explore the technologies shaping the future of business and creativity.